The cruelest silence is the silence before a confession, when the betrayer's tongue burns because the truth refuses to stay buried. Chosen one, let that line sink deep. Because right now, someone who wronged you, someone who stole, someone who betrayed, someone who thought they could bury their sins in the shadows, cannot breathe under the weight of what they did. The title says it all. Someone is scared. AF to tell you this truth, but they don't have a choice. Time's up. And that's not poetry. That's reality. The clock has run down, the pressure is peaking, and their own conscience is turning into a blade pressed against their throat. Picture this for a moment. Imagine a thief running with a bag of stolen gold, laughing as if they've escaped justice. But the bag is leaking, coin by coin, trail by trail. They thought they were clever, but every step they take leaves evidence behind. By the time they look back, they see the glowing trail pointing straight at them. That's your enemy right now. The very thing they thought they got away with has become the evidence that convicts them. And now they're cornered by their own guilt, trapped in a cage built from their own lies. And here's the fact that burns them. Psychologists confirm that suppressed guilt doesn't just stay hidden, it grows. It infects the body with anxiety, insomnia, and even physical illness. In one study, people who carried heavy secrets showed higher levels of stress hormones, weaker immune systems, and difficulty focusing on daily tasks. So while they were grinning when they wronged you, today they're trembling in private. Science itself testifies that the weight of hidden betrayal corrodes the betrayer faster than it wounds the betrayed. That's why you, chosen one, are standing stronger today while they are cracking under the silence. Because guilt, unlike you, doesn't rest. Guilt keeps knocking on their mind at 3 a.m. Guilt keeps tightening the chest when they try to smile. Guilt keeps whispering, "Tell the truth, or be eaten alive." And thank you, chosen one, for being here. Don't forget to pay this message back by simply pressing the like and subscribe button to help spread this message to more souls. It is the responsibility of all of us to spread the light, to make sure the truth reaches every ear that needs to hear it. Thank you, chosen one, for being part of this mission. You are not just a listener, you are part of a force. Now, let's return to where it all began, because this message isn't random, it's prophetic. The one who betrayed you is feeling the weight of 1,000 chains on their back. This isn't just regret, this is divine pressure. When the universe decides the truth must be revealed, no man, no woman, no betrayer alive can resist. Have you ever felt that inner pressure, chosen one, when the divine places its hand on your shoulder and says, "Speak now, act now, move now"? That is what your enemy is facing. And here's the twist. They don't have the strength you do. They don't have the resilience of a chosen one. So what's happening? They're folding, trembling, leaking secrets they once swore they'd never tell. Understand this. Their fear isn't because they love you now. Their fear isn't because they suddenly grew a conscience. Their fear is because the divine has them cornered. Time is up. Truth is a living thing, chosen one, and like water, it always finds a way to rise. They thought they could hold it down, bury it, hide it beneath excuses and lies, but truth is patient. And now it's breaking through their cracks like floodwater, drowning them in their own guilt. And here's a fact the enemy can't swallow. Secrets stored in silence do more damage to the keeper than to the victim. Neuroscientists have proven that keeping a dark secret activates the same brain regions that process physical pain. Do you see it? That means while they thought they left you bleeding, they chained themselves to the same wound. They tried to cut you, but they kept the knife in their own hands. Every second of silence is another stab into their own chest. Chosen one, the universe is not blind. The betrayal, the theft, the lies, they were recorded, not just in your memory, but in the fabric of existence. Energy never disappears, it only shifts, and their actions boomerang back with interest. That is why you don't need to chase revenge. That is why you don't need to demand truth. The truth is already pounding on their door, louder than you could ever knock. And let's tease the enemy for a moment, because you and I both know they see you. They scroll past your life now, pretending indifference. But every glow in your face, every ounce of peace you radiate, is salt in their wound. They thought their betrayal would finish you, but instead, your rise has become their nightmare. Their stomach drops when your name comes up in a conversation because it reminds them of the unfinished business, the confession waiting on their tongue like poison. Here's the metaphor, chosen one, they are like a volcano. From the outside, they look calm, maybe even composed. But beneath the surface, pressure builds, lava boils, and cracks widen. They can't hold it forever. When the eruption comes, it won't be gentle. It will be messy, uncontrollable, and loud. And in that eruption, the truth they tried to smother will spill everywhere. And you, chosen one, will finally see what the universe promised, that no weapon formed against you prospers, not even a hidden lie. Some of you are already feeling this energy. Dreams that reveal faces, sudden flashes of memories, signs like colors, synchronicities, even songs that whisper confirmation. These are not accidents. The universe is preparing you for the reveal. You've been sensing it, haven't you? That pull in your spirit that says something is about to come out. That's your discernment aligning with divine timing. And here's what makes this moment different from any before. Their fear has turned into inevitability. They can't eat, can't sleep, can't laugh without flinching. The divine's foot is on their neck, and the only way they breathe again is by confessing. That's why this message comes with urgency. Time's up. The enemy can delay no more. The truth is about to knock on your door, chosen one, not because they're brave, but because they're broken. But let me remind you, this truth is not about their redemption. This truth is about your liberation. You are not waiting for closure from their lips. You are waiting for confirmation of what you already knew in your spirit. You are waiting for the universe to make public what you carried in private. Their confession will not define you. It will only expose them. So stand tall, chosen one. Don't flinch when the truth comes. Don't tremble when their voice cracks. This is not the enemy's victory, it's their surrender. This is not their strength, it's their breaking. What you're about to hear isn't a gift to you, it's the price they pay for betraying you. And when it happens, remember this. You never needed their apology to rise. You never needed their confession to claim your throne. You are chosen, and chosen ones do not depend on enemies for closure. You depend on the divine for elevation. Their fear proves it. Their anxiety proves it. Their confession proves it. Chosen one, pause for a moment and breathe this in. What you've heard so far was only the opening strike. That was the thunder before the storm. The real revelation, the deeper layers of how their fear is eating them alive, is just beginning to unfold. Because when the universe declares time's up, no betrayer, no liar, no thief can outrun that clock. And if you've ever doubted it, stay close. You're about to see it unravel step by step. But before we dive deeper, I need to ask something of you. If this message is speaking to your spirit, drop the number 777 in the comments right now to align with the divine countdown. And if you can, bless this mission with a super thanks, because your energy is what fuels this light and pushes it into the dark corners where other chosen ones are waiting for truth. every like, every comment, every share is not just engagement. It's warfare against lies. Thank you, chosen one, for being part of this force. You are not here by accident. You are here by assignment. And now, chosen one, let's walk further. Believe me, if you are truly chosen, you will feel the pull to stay until the very end, because every word ahead is a mirror, showing you who you are and showing them exactly what they fear. So lean in. Let's get started. Number 1. Their mask is cracking under the weight of guilt. The heaviest mask is the one that hides guilt, because no matter how tight they tie it, the weight eventually crushes their own face. Chosen one, let that image burn into your mind. Because right now, the very people who plotted against you, who took what wasn't theirs, who thought they'd slipped away unnoticed, are discovering that their disguise is suffocating them. They wore smiles as they betrayed you. They spoke lies with a steady voice. They played the role of the innocent while sharpening knives behind your back. But the mask they built to hide their treachery is no longer a shield. It's a cage. It's cracking, splintering, and pressing down on them with every passing hour. They can't eat. They can't sleep. They can't rationalize. Their excuses sound hollow, even in their own heads. That's not your imagination, chosen one. That's spiritual law. Betrayal always boomerangs back, and guilt always rots the hands that hold it. Their anxiety is not random. It's the sound of truth trying to break free, clawing at the walls of their conscience, pounding on the door of their false calm. You may wonder, but they looked fine. They looked like they were thriving. Don't be deceived by the surface. Think of a building eaten by termites. From the street, the paint looks fresh, the windows clean, the lights glowing. But inside, the beams are hollowed out, the wood crumbling, the foundation shaking. That's them. The life they show is just paint. Their insides are collapsing. Science even proves it. Studies show that chronic guilt and secret-keeping activate the same neural pathways as physical pain. In plain words, they are living in invisible agony. Their body registers their betrayal like a wound it cannot heal. And here's the twist that should empower you. The very weight of the mask is your proof of being chosen. Why? Because people don't target emptiness. They don't risk their integrity for crumbs. They target treasure. You were and are the treasure. You carried light they could not match, grace they could not earn, opportunities they could not create. And in their envy, they lunged. But when you touch something sacred with dirty hands, the stain doesn't stick to the sacred, it sticks to the hands. That's why your rise is silent and steady, while their nights are sleepless. Think of history. Judas sold out Jesus for coins, but it was Judas who couldn't live with himself. Brutus stabbed Caesar, but it was Brutus who became the symbol of treachery for all time. Benedict Arnold betrayed his own country, and his name became a curse. Over and over, the pattern is the same. The betrayer doesn't escape, they self-destruct. Even in modern times, think of Steve Jobs, pushed out of his own company by insiders, but returned stronger, while those who ousted him faded into footnotes. Think of Oprah Winfrey, fired from her first job, mocked by peers, but she turned exile into empire. The mask of guilt always cracks. The truth always floats. The chosen always rise. You might still ask, but why do I feel the pain while they seem unbothered? Because chosen ones feel deeply, because your heart is wired for empathy, loyalty, and creation. Their heart is wired for shortcuts, envy, and destruction. But don't confuse feeling pain with losing. Pain was your forge. Their false calm is their prison. You bent, they are breaking. Right now, their mind is a storm. Their inner voice, once smug, now whispers, "Why did you do that? How could you do that?" They try to drown it out with noise, new relationships, distractions, substances, posts, parties. But guilt doesn't die. It waits. It stalks. It shows up in their dreams, their health, their random anxieties. Psychologists call it moral injury, the wound a person inflicts on their own soul when they act against their deepest values. And unless they confess, unless they come clean, it festers like an infection. That's what you're witnessing now. That's why you're feeling the tremor in the spirit realm. Their mask is cracking. And chosen one, this is your confirmation. You're not crazy. You're not imagining that energy shift. You're not wrong for feeling the pull of the truth coming closer. You are tuned in because you're chosen. Your discernment picks up signals before the world sees evidence. That flutter in your chest, that dream, that sudden thought of them, it's not nostalgia, it's a notification. The universe is telling you, they're breaking. Get ready. Here's the metaphor. Picture a dam holding back a flood. At first it's steady, then cracks appear, then tiny leaks. Then the roar of water behind it grows too loud, and the wall bursts. Their mask is that dam. The guilt behind it is water. And the cracks are already showing. The flood is coming, not to drown you, but to wash away the lies, to reveal the truth, to show you what's been hidden. And don't mistake their cracking for courage. When they finally come forward, when they finally confess, it won't be because they suddenly respect you. It will be because the pressure has broken them. That's why you must stand tall. You don't need to beg for the truth. You don't need to chase answers. The truth is chasing you. The mask is cracking. The universe is your witness. This is also why you must not lose your focus. When the confession comes, it will shake things. It may confirm suspicions. It may reveal more than you expected. It may even sting. But remember this, their guilt does not define you. Their confession does not crown you. It only exposes them. You were already rising. You were already chosen. This is just the evidence. And let's tease the enemy one more time, because they feel it. They see your glow, they sense your peace, and that peace is their punishment. Every step you take forward is a crack in their mask. Every breath you take without bitterness is a hammer blow to their excuses. They are haunted by your resilience because it removes their last defense. If you had crumbled, they could tell themselves they were justified. If you had stayed bitter, they could call you unstable, but you rose, you glowed, you kept moving, and now their own mind is the courtroom, their own conscience the judge. So, chosen one, take this as your sign. Their mask is cracking under the weight of guilt. Their anxiety is the sound of truth trying to break free. You don't need to lift a finger to make it happen. It's already happening. Your only task is to stay grounded, stay ready, and stay aligned. The universe is delivering what you deserve, not revenge, but revelation. And when the mask finally falls, don't be surprised if the face behind it looks smaller than you imagined. That's another secret of betrayal. The people who hurt you often aren't powerful. They're desperate. Their betrayal didn't elevate them, it exposed them, and as their mask shatters, the world will see them for who they are, and you for who you've always been. This is the power of being chosen. You don't win by clawing back what was taken. You win by becoming undeniable, by rising so steadily that lies collapse on their own. Their mask cracking isn't just their punishment, it's your confirmation. Proof that the universe keeps receipts. Proof that no mask, no matter how carefully crafted, can hide guilt forever. Proof that the chosen always outlast the counterfeit. So stand tall, chosen one. The sound you hear is not your enemy's footsteps gaining ground. It's their mask falling apart. It's their excuses disintegrating. It's their secrets clawing out of the dark. And soon, very soon, the truth they've been choking on will be yours to hear, not because you demanded it, but because they could no longer carry it. They can't eat, they can't sleep, they can't rationalize. Guilt is louder than their excuses. Their anxiety is the sound of truth trying to break free. And you are the proof that no betrayal, no lie, no theft can touch what the universe has already crowned. Number 2. What they stole was never the real treasure. They thought they robbed you blind, but all they carried away was an imitation, while the real treasure was sealed in a vault they could never touch. Chosen one, hold that truth like fire in your chest, because the people who wronged you, who took what wasn't theirs, who smiled in your face while their hands were reaching for your possessions, your opportunities, your relationships, they didn't win. They didn't succeed. They didn't get away with the true inheritance of your life. All they did was snatch at shadows. They mistook the wrapping for the gift, the decoy for the crown, the glitter for the gold. It may have been something tangible, maybe an inheritance, a family heirloom, a job you worked hard for, a relationship you poured your heart into, or it could have been something less visible but just as precious: your trust, your time, your ideas, your energy. Whatever it was, it hurt to lose it. You felt that sting like a blade across the soul. But chosen one, the universe needs you to see the bigger picture. What they grabbed was never the real treasure. The true crown, the true empire, was never in their hands. Imagine this. A child sneaks into a magician's trunk, thinking they've stolen the secret of the show. They grab a shiny object, a false wand, a prop meant to distract the audience. They run away, laughing, convinced they now hold the power of magic. But behind the curtain, the magician is already working on the real act, the one no thief can imitate. That's your story. They took the prop. You're still holding the power. This pattern is as old as time. Think of Joseph in the ancient story. His own brothers sold him out of jealousy, thinking they'd stripped him of his destiny. But what happened? The very betrayal that sent him to the pit prepared him for the palace. The coat they ripped off his back was just fabric. The favor on his life was untouchable. Or think of Thomas Edison, mocked, sabotaged, told to quit. Yet the ideas kept flowing, the inventions kept birthing, until he lit up the world. Tesla, too, had patents stolen, funding cut, rivals circling like vultures, yet his vision outlived them all. Over and over, the same truth rises. The real treasure is never the thing they can hold. It's the destiny they can't touch. You might be asking right now, but what if they really took something I needed? What if I can see them enjoying what was mine? This is where you need to stand in your chosen identity, because what you truly needed wasn't that object, that position, or even that person. What you truly needed was the strength, wisdom, and clarity you've gained in its absence. Seeds don't sprout in glass jars. They need soil, darkness, and pressure. That loss was soil. That betrayal was pressure. And the roots of your next level are already reaching deeper than you ever imagined. And here's a fact that stings the enemy. Studies show that people who achieve gains through unethical means, cheating, manipulation, theft, rarely hold on to them. They experience what psychologists call loss aversion magnification. The guilt, the instability, the shortcuts create stress that erodes their so-called prize. It slips through their fingers like sand. That's why what they stole will not prosper in their hands. What they grabbed in greed becomes a curse instead of a blessing. This is also why your destiny is untouchable. Destiny is not a physical object. It's not a bag of coins you can grab or a title you can wear. Destiny is a pattern woven through your soul, a force pulled tight through your choices, your grit, your quiet work. When someone rips at one thread, the whole weave tightens. What they call theft, the universe calls pressure. And pressure turns coal into diamond. Your so-called loss became the kiln that made your diamond unbreakable. Let's tease the enemy for a moment. Picture them clutching what they took: relationship, opportunity, object, thinking they've scored a lifetime victory. At first, it sparkles like glitter in sunlight. It catches eyes, earns attention. But soon, the shine fades, the weight grows heavy, the joy turns sour. That's because it was never meant for them. Taking what's sacred and misusing it is like drinking salt water. The more they consume, the thirstier they become. Meanwhile, you're being prepared for a banquet. And chosen one, don't mistake this preparation for punishment. This isn't the universe withholding. This is the universe upgrading. You were never meant to build your life on that decoy. That relationship, that position, that object was only a mirror showing you your worth. If they hadn't betrayed you, if that thing hadn't been removed, you might still be dimming your light, still pouring into people who couldn't hold it, still living below your potential. The loss cracked you open. It activated your discernment. It forced you to move, to grow, to rebuild with stronger materials. Think of Oprah, fired from her first job and humiliated on air. That loss was the universe saying, your stage is bigger than this. Think of Nelson Mandela, stripped of freedom for 27 years. That loss sharpened his voice into something that could shake the world. These aren't cliches, they're the blueprint. What they thought was taking something from you was only making room for something greater. And here's what really cuts your enemy. The lesson you gained from the loss is permanent. You'll never go back to who you were before. They thought they ruined you, but all they did was awaken the giant in you. They're stuck with the decoy and you're stepping into the real thing. You may still feel the ache. That's normal. You may wake up some mornings remembering the object, the person, the opportunity, but grief is not your enemy. Grief is your evidence. It proves you loved deeply, tried sincerely, gave authentically. And that means you also have the power to heal deeply, rise sincerely, and build authentically. Every time you feel the old pain, answer it with action. Plant one new habit. Relearn one skill. Move 3 degrees forward. Small motions compound. The person who took from you wanted to freeze you in that moment. Do the opposite. Move. Build momentum. Momentum becomes reputation. Reputation becomes return. And ask yourself this: who benefits from believing my destiny can be stolen? The answer is simple: the insecure, the jealous, the small-minded. People who cannot build their own legacy, so they vandalize others. They pick at the edges of your life because they lack the courage to construct the center of their own. Let that be their indictment. Your job is not to fix them. Your job is to become undeniable. Make your life so luminous that their shadow is irrelevant. You may also wonder, is this revenge? No, revenge is a mirror that keeps you stuck in the past. Rising is not revenge. Rising is an upgrade. When your life becomes better, their theft looks foolish. That is strategy, not spite. When you unlock new work, new peace, new friends, and new doors, you answer their envy with evidence. The best revenge is indifference wrapped in success. Let your wins be quiet and heavy. Let them do the talking. Remember, chosen one, what they stole was never the real treasure. Time lost can be reclaimed. Skills can be learned. trust can be rebuilt on better foundations. The person who believed they rewrote your fate will, in time, realize the true price of their theft. They will see closed doors where they expected open ones. They will meet silence where they expected applause. They will age faster in spirit than you will because envy burns energy that could have been used to create. Meanwhile, you, quiet, chosen, relentless, will expand into the space they tried to take. So, stand tall. Let that first sting be your compass. Let it point you toward work, toward humility, toward the craft you were meant to hone. Don't waste breath cursing the thief. Spend it building a kingdom they will never enter. When your life becomes the answer to their question, you will know you were never the victim. You were the inevitable. This is the power of being chosen. They can take the decoy, but they can't touch the crown. They can slow your path, but they can't cancel your destiny. They can rewrite the narrative in whispers, but they can't rewrite the pattern written by the universe. And as their glitter fades, your gold will glow brighter. What they thought was victory was their curse. What you thought was loss was your launch. They may have taken something tangible or even someone you loved, but chosen one, what they grabbed was only a decoy. The true inheritance, the true crown, was never in their hands. And very soon, as your life rises and theirs unravels, that truth will no longer be hidden. It will be undeniable. Number 3. The divine is pressing on their neck until they confess. When the universe puts its foot on your neck, there's no lawyer, no lie, no distraction that can lift it. Confession becomes survival, not choice. Chosen one, listen carefully. What's happening right now isn't karma in slow motion, it's karma in real time. The very person who betrayed you, who stole from you, who thought they could hide behind silence and smirks, is now pinned under a weight they can't explain. This isn't ordinary guilt. This is divine pressure. This is the universe demanding balance. This is cosmic law moving from the invisible to the visible. Spiritual pressure is the most unbearable force on earth. People can survive poverty, ridicule, even prison, but no human survives the hand of the divine when it presses down on their conscience. Have you ever felt that nudge, chosen one? That relentless tug in your own life when you knew you had to speak, had to act, had to do the right thing, even if it terrified you. That's what they're feeling now, except it isn't a nudge, it's a chokehold. It's sleepless nights, racing heart, dreams that feel like warnings, waking up at 3:33 a.m. because something unseen is shaking them awake. You might ask, but can't they just bury it deeper? No, the universe has no loopholes. Energy cannot be destroyed, only returned. Secrets kept too long become poison, lies become lead. Every time they swallow the truth, it burns their throat. Every time they try to smile, it cracks their mask wider. That's why their appetite is gone, their patience is thin, their eyes look older than their age. They're not being haunted by you, they're being haunted by their own choices. And here's the part that should fuel you, chosen one, this isn't your fight. You don't need to demand, beg, or prove anything. The same force that crowned you is the force pressing them. The same universe that protected your destiny is the universe demanding their confession. You're not powerless, you're protected. You're not waiting, you're being prepared. Think of history. Even kings and emperors couldn't outrun this law. Pharaohs who enslaved fell under plagues. Dictators who hoarded power died fearing their own shadows. In modern times, how many scandals have burst open because someone just couldn't keep it in any longer? That isn't weakness, it's cosmic inevitability. The universe always rebalances the scales. So let go of the idea that you have to chase the truth. Let go of the urge to expose them yourself. Leave them in the hands of the force they can't escape, because confession isn't optional, it's the toll they pay on the road they chose. Your only task now is to stay aligned, stay calm, stay ready. The universe is with you, chosen one, and their time is up. Number 4. The truth that's coming will break chains you didn't know you wore. The truth doesn't knock politely. It crashes through doors, rips off chains, and shows you that what you thought was your cage was only a shadow. Chosen one, brace yourself. What's on its way to you isn't just words, it's freedom. For months, maybe years, their secret has been like an invisible rope tied around your ankles. You've been walking forward, but something kept pulling you back. Doubts, confusion, sleepless nights, unanswered questions. You weren't crazy. You were bound by what you couldn't see. That's what lies do. They're not just stories, they're cages. They create fog so thick you can't see your own strength clearly. But the universe never lets chains stay hidden forever. The same way pressure cracks stone, truth cracks lies. And once it spills out, chosen one, it doesn't just inform you, it transforms you. The moment you hear it, your perspective shifts. The weight you've been carrying without a name suddenly falls off. The confusion dissolves. Like a key sliding into a lock you didn't even realize you were wearing, truth turns and the door swings open. You might ask, but will it hurt to hear it? Maybe. Truth often stings at first because it burns away illusions. But that sting is cleansing fire, not poison. Think of a splinter under your skin. Pulling it out hurts, but only for a moment. Then the healing begins. That's what this is. Their confession isn't meant to crush you, it's meant to free you. Think of history's greatest liberations. Harriet Tubman risked her life to lead others out of slavery because the truth of freedom burned hotter than the chains of captivity. Nelson Mandela walked out of prison, his oppressors thinking they'd broken him, but the truth of his cause had made him unbreakable. Over and over, truth isn't just information, it's liberation. It lifts heads, straightens spines, and erases the power of those who built their kingdom on lies. And here's the cosmic guarantee. When this truth reaches you, it won't just expose them, it will expose your own wings. You'll see where you were doubting yourself, where you were shrinking to fit their narrative, where you were questioning your worth. And in that moment, you'll feel the universe at your back, whispering, "You were never crazy. You were never broken. You were always chosen." So get ready, chosen one. Their secret kept you bound in confusion, but once spoken, it becomes your release. Truth is not just information, it's liberation. The chains you didn't even know you wore are about to fall to the floor, and you'll walk out of this lighter, clearer, stronger, unstoppable. Number 5. The deepest cuts came from the people inside your circle. A stranger can bruise you, but only someone you loved can stab you, and that's why betrayal burns so deep. The knife was handed to them by your own trust. Chosen one, let's not soften this. Your deepest wounds didn't come from outsiders. It wasn't enemies at the gate who hurt you most. It was the people inside your circle, the ones who laughed with you, prayed with you, ate at your table. The ones you would have defended without hesitation. That's why it cut so sharp, because you never saw it coming from them. But here's the paradox. The wound itself is the receipt of your value. No one wastes time plotting against someone empty. No thief breaks into a house with no treasures inside. They circled you precisely because you had something worth stealing: your light, your loyalty, your power, your presence. Their betrayal didn't expose your weakness, it revealed your worth. History echoes this same truth. Julius Caesar was betrayed not by a rival army, but by Brutus, his own brother in arms. Jesus was not sold by a Roman soldier, but by Judas, one of his chosen 12. Even in modern times, Steve Jobs was exiled from Apple not by competitors, but by insiders he trusted. Yet Caesar's name lives forever. Jesus became a cornerstone for billions, and Jobs returned to transform technology. The betrayal of the inner circle has always been the mark of greatness. You might wonder, but why me? Why did the ones I loved turn against me? Because your greatness threatened them more than any stranger could. A stranger can envy, but only those close to you know the details of your strength. They saw your heart, your potential, your destiny up close, and instead of protecting it, they envied it. Betrayal was never about your weakness. It was about their smallness. Yes, chosen one, the scar is real. The sleepless nights, the moments you questioned if you could ever trust again, those were real. But scars aren't signs of death. They're proof of survival, and survival is evidence of destiny. You're still here, wiser now, sharper now, stronger now. Betrayal tried to break you, but the universe used it to prepare you. So stand tall, don't curse the knife, use the scar as a banner. Remember this, no one robs an empty house. The deeper the cut, the clearer the proof. You are chosen, and chosen ones always carry treasures worth guarding. Play. Number 6. The excuses they built are collapsing like a house of cards. Every lie is a house of cards, and the higher it's stacked, the louder it collapses when truth blows in. Chosen one, picture it right now. The very person who betrayed you once strutted through life with their head high, explaining away their cruelty. They convinced themselves they were justified, that taking from you was fair, that blaming you was necessary, that treating you like a stepping stone was destiny. They built those excuses brick by brick, layer by layer, like a fortress of rationalizations around their guilt. And for a while, it worked. They looked calm. They looked righteous. They even convinced others. But lies are fragile things. They might stand for a season, but seasons change. And their season is over. Now they can't even believe their own story. Their rehearsed narratives sound absurd even to them. They speak their excuses out loud and feel the hollowness echo back. That's not random. That's cosmic timing. Self-deception always has an expiration date, and the universe stamped it long before they acted. It's here. Think of it like this. Termites eating a wooden house from the inside. From the street, the paint looks fine. The roof is straight. The windows shine. But then one day, the weight becomes too much and the beams snap. The whole structure folds like paper. That's their life right now. Their excuses are caving in. Their mask is slipping. The reality of what they did is pressing against every wall they built. You might ask, but why didn't they collapse sooner? Because the universe gives rope, enough to climb or enough to hang yourself. It lets people reveal their true character over time. And now, time has run out. The light is too bright, the walls too thin, and every breath of truth is a gust of wind, knocking their house of cards down. And here's what should strengthen you, chosen one. You don't have to lift a finger to make this happen. You don't have to expose them, argue, or drag their name into the open. The same force that crowned you is the force tearing their lies apart. What they built on sand can't withstand the tide. Think of all the great collapses of history, empires built on corruption, celebrities built on scandal, politicians built on secrets. They all looked untouchable until the day came when their own lies caved in. This is that day for your betrayer. So stand tall, watch quietly. Their excuses are collapsing like a house of cards. Self-deception has an expiration date, and it's here. The universe is on your side, chosen one, and truth is doing the work for you. Number 7. The truth will find its way to you, whether whispered, shouted, or leaked. Truth is like water. No matter how many walls they build, it will seep, it will flow, it will flood, and eventually it will find its way to you. Chosen one, breathe this in. The truth about what was done to you is not lost. It is not hidden in some unreachable vault. It is moving. It is alive. It is on its way to you right now. They can whisper it. They can shout it. They can leak it through trembling lips to someone else who carries it straight to your ears. One way or another, the universe makes sure it arrives. This isn't wishful thinking. It's cosmic law. Energy never disappears. It only changes form. Lies lose power. Secrets seek the light. They may come to you directly in panic, their mask gone, their voice breaking. They may accidentally spill it to someone close to you who can't keep it quiet. They may blurt it out under pressure because their guilt has become unbearable. Or it may show up in a completely unexpected way. An email, a rumor, a chance encounter, a paper trail left behind. But the delivery method doesn't matter. The truth always finds its target. You might ask, but what if they never confess? That's impossible. They already are confessing, just not always with words. Their energy is shifting. Their actions are exposing them. Their stress is leaking out. Their good luck is drying up. That's the universe's slow reveal. Confession isn't just someone saying, "I did it." Confession is reality rearranging itself so the lie can no longer stand. And here's the beauty. Chosen one, you don't have to hunt it. You don't have to beg for it. You don't have to lower yourself for crumbs of clarity. While they scramble to hold back the tide, the universe is aligning circumstances to bring the truth to your door. Like a letter stamped and mailed long ago, it's already in transit. Think of all the great revelations of history, whistleblowers, leaked tapes, secrets accidentally dropped into the open. Power structures crumble not from enemy attacks, but from their own hidden rot finally surfacing. That's what's happening now. Their own secret has become your ally. So hold your head high, chosen one. Whether whispered, shouted, or leaked, the truth is on its way. Not because you demanded it, but because the universe wrote it into the fabric of reality. You are protected, you are vindicated, and soon you will be informed, not by chance, but by cosmic design. Number 8. The lies they spread are tripping over themselves to reveal the truth. Every rumor they hurled was a boomerang, and now it's circling back to strike the hand that threw it. Chosen one, this is your confirmation. The very weapons they used against you, gossip, slander, scapegoating, are now malfunctioning in their hands. They loaded their slings with lies and aimed at your name, hoping to wound your reputation, your relationships, your peace. For a while, it may have looked like they were succeeding. People whispered, opportunities slowed, even you questioned yourself. But lies are weak scaffolding. They stand tall for a moment, but the slightest wind of truth sends them crashing to the ground. And that wind is blowing now. You see, every time they spread a falsehood, they had to build another one to prop it up. Another story, another twist, another scapegoat, and like a spider spinning its own trap, they've woven a web so tangled even they can't get out. This is the universal law they forgot. Deception consumes its host. Lies aren't just destructive to others, they are corrosive to the liar. Psychologists call it cognitive dissonance, the mental stress of living two realities. That stress leaks out in slip-ups, contradictions, nervous habits, health problems. Their mask is cracking not just because of guilt, but because their own lies are tripping over each other, exposing the truth they tried to bury. Think of mud thrown into a clear lake. At first it clouds the water. It looks like the clarity is gone, but mud sinks, water clears. And when the water clears, the sky's reflection is even brighter than before. That's your life right now. Their words clouded you for a season, but the season is ending. Your reflection, the truth about you, is shining at the surface. People who doubted you are starting to question them. People who repeated their stories are beginning to retract them. And here's what should fuel you, chosen one. You don't have to chase the lies down. You don't have to clap back at every rumor. The universe is already working, flipping the script. The energy they spent trying to bury you is now digging their own pit. What they meant for harm is becoming your vindication. Every false word they spoke has turned into evidence of their own character. So stand tall, chosen one. Stay silent if you must. Focus on your rise, because while they scramble to hold their stories together, truth is walking toward you like the dawn. Lies always collapse under the weight of truth, and you're about to watch it happen. Number 9. Redemption may knock, but that doesn't mean re-entry is allowed. An apology may be a knock at your door, but chosen one, not every knock deserves a key. Chosen one, brace your heart for this. The same people who betrayed you may one day show up with tears in their eyes, apologies on their tongue, maybe even gifts in their hands. They will say they've changed. They will say they see your worth now. They will talk about redemption, and some of them may be sincere. But sincerity doesn't erase history. Sincerity doesn't rebuild trust overnight. And sincerity does not equal access. You can accept an apology without restoring access. You can forgive without reopening the gates. Forgiveness is divine. Boundaries are sacred. You are not obligated to let someone who violated your trust walk back into your sacred space just because they've had a change of heart. That's not bitterness. That's wisdom. Think of a castle. When an invader storms the gates, damages the walls, and burns the courtyard, even if they later return with a letter of apology, the drawbridge doesn't lower automatically. The guards don't vanish. The moat isn't drained. First, the castle must be repaired. First, the king or queen must decide if the risk is worth it. That's you. Your life is a castle. Your energy is a kingdom. Your boundaries are your walls. History confirms this pattern. Nelson Mandela forgave his captors but did not give them the keys to his movement. Oprah Winfrey forgave those who tried to sabotage her but did not give them seats at her table. Forgiveness freed them. Boundaries protected them. That's your model. You might be asking, but isn't forgiveness supposed to mean reconciliation? No. Forgiveness is for you, not for them. It releases the poison from your own veins. It keeps your heart light. But reconciliation requires evidence, time, and proof of change. Some will show that proof, most won't, and that's okay. Their redemption is their journey. Your protection is yours. So when redemption knocks, you don't have to slam the door, but you don't have to open it either. You can speak through the door, bless them from afar, and still keep your sanctuary intact. Because you, chosen one, have learned the difference between a lesson and a lifeline. The universe is with you. Forgiveness lifts you, boundaries guard you, and both together ensure you never again confuse access with grace. Number 10. When the truth arrives, you must handle it with precision, not chaos. An apology may knock at your door, but chosen one, not every knock deserves a key. And when the truth finally arrives, it's not a signal to lose control, it's a call to move with surgical precision. Chosen one, prepare yourself. The same people who wounded you may soon appear with their heads bowed, voices trembling, apologies pouring out like rain after a drought. They will speak of redemption. They may even believe they've changed. Some of them may truly be remorseful, but remorse does not erase history, and repentance does not entitle someone to re-enter the space they violated. You can bless them from a distance. You can forgive without handing back access. Forgiveness is divine. Boundaries are sacred. This isn't coldness. This is wisdom. Think of a king or queen in a fortified castle. An enemy once stormed the gates, burned the fields, and betrayed the trust of the court. Now the invader returns, not with weapons, but with tears. Even if the ruler accepts the apology, the moat stays filled, the guards stay watchful, and the gates stay locked until trust is rebuilt, if it ever is. That is your life now. Your heart is your kingdom. Your energy is your treasure. Your boundaries are your walls. You decide who comes back inside. And when the truth finally arrives, because it will, you must not let chaos guide your hands. Truth can be shocking, it can sting, it can confirm what you suspected or reveal even deeper wounds. But this moment is not the time to unravel. It is the time to center yourself. Breathe, document, protect your energy. Move like a surgeon, not like a soldier. Soldiers swing wildly, surgeons cut with precision. Soldiers react, surgeons plan. When the truth lands at your feet, your power is in your composure. History whispers this lesson again and again. When Mandela walked out of prison, he did not rage. He moved deliberately, crafting a new nation. When Oprah was vindicated after public attacks, she didn't throw stones. She built empires. Their power was not only in surviving betrayal, but in mastering the moment after truth arrived. So, chosen one, forgive if you wish, but do not confuse forgiveness with a welcome mat. Accept the truth when it comes, but handle it with precision, not chaos. The universe is with you. It has delivered the confession, and now it delivers the wisdom to manage it. Your dignity, your calm, your boundaries, these are your crown. Keep it on your head. Number 11. The universe is sending symbols and omens to confirm what's unfolding. The universe never shouts. It whispers in colors, patterns, and echoes, and only the chosen have ears sharp enough to hear it. Chosen one, this is your sign to start looking closer. Right now, the universe is not just moving behind the scenes to expose what was hidden. It's also sending you signals to prepare you. Colors that seem to follow you like purple, numbers you keep seeing, dreams that replay the same scenes, movies and songs that mirror your situation. These are not random. These are confirmations. The cosmos speaks in a language of symbols and omens. And because you are chosen, your spirit picks up those messages before your mind can even translate them. Think of purple. In ancient times, it was the dye of royalty, dignity, and spiritual authority. When purple starts showing up in your life, on billboards, in clothes, in sunsets, it's a reminder of your crown. It's the universe saying, stay regal, stay steady. Your elevation is coming. Think of repeating numbers 111, 333, 777. Those are cosmic timestamps. They're like the universe's way of putting a pin in the map of your journey. You're here. Keep going. You're not imagining this. Even the pop culture references, movies like The Color Purple, characters cracking under secrets, songs playing by accident on shuffle. These are mirrors the divine holds up to show you what's unfolding. You might ask, but how do I know I'm not just seeing patterns because I'm stressed? Because chosen ones don't just see coincidences, they feel resonance. When it's a true sign, it lands in your body like a knowing. Your stomach tightens, your skin tingles, your heart nods. That's discernment. That's how the universe guides you without words. This is why your awareness matters now more than ever. These omens aren't here to scare you, they're here to calm you. They're confirmation that the truth is on its way, that the betrayal's mask is cracking, that your path is being cleared. The universe doesn't leave its chosen blind. It drops breadcrumbs, signals, little winks in the fabric of reality to say, you're not crazy, you're not alone. You're exactly where you're supposed to be. So pay attention, chosen one. Journal what you see. Write down the numbers, the colors, the songs, the dreams. Patterns will emerge. You'll watch as the outside world starts echoing your inside knowing. That's the proof. That's the confirmation. And soon, when the truth fully breaks open, you'll realize the universe had been showing you all along. Number 12. Their confession isn't your closure. Your evolution is the final word. Their confession may break the silence, but it will never define your ending. Your evolution is the final word, and that's a chapter no betrayer can write. Chosen one, lean in. You've waited, you've prayed, you've cried for the truth to come out. And soon, it will. They'll crack. They'll admit. They'll confess. But when that moment comes, don't confuse it with closure. Their confession isn't the crown on your head. It's just the universe turning a page. The crown was already yours. The truth may sting when it hits your ears, but it's also confirmation. You weren't crazy. You weren't imagining. You weren't weak. You were chosen, and everything you sensed was real. Their admission does not elevate them, it elevates you. It exposes their shadows and highlights your light. It reveals their character and confirms your discernment. In that moment, you'll see clearly. You didn't need their apology to rise. You were already rising. The confession is just the echo of a victory you've already won in silence. Think of a phoenix. It doesn't wait for permission to burn or rise. The fire that consumes it is also the fire that births it. That's you. Their betrayal was the fire. Your evolution is the flight. When they finally say the words you've been waiting to hear, it won't be their redemption. It will be your coronation. You might wonder, but won't I finally feel healed when they admit it? You'll feel a rush, yes. But it won't be the healing. Healing has already been happening in you. Every boundary you set, every sleepless night you survived, every moment you chose to rebuild instead of retaliate. Closure isn't in their words, it's in your transformation. Their confession is just punctuation on a story you've already rewritten. History proves this over and over. Mandela didn't wait for his captors to apologize to become a leader. Oprah didn't wait for her doubters to say sorry before building an empire. Their rise was the closure. Their success was the verdict. Their evolution was the final word. So when they finally come forward, chosen one, accept the truth, but don't hand them power. Smile, breathe, and keep moving. Because the real ending isn't in their apology, it's in the life you've built in spite of them. Their confession may echo for a moment, but your transformation will roar for a lifetime. And chosen one, as we close this message, remember this: every secret they tried to bury became the soil of your evolution. Every lie they spread became fuel for your rise. And every confession that's coming will only confirm what the universe already decided. You were never broken, you were chosen. Their ending is regret. Your ending is glory. So thank you, chosen one, for walking this path with me. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to stay in the light, drop the number 77 in the comments to claim your power, and share this message so other chosen ones can rise too.